Hey folks, it's Frithgar here, how you doing? Welcome back to Gold Rush. I'm still getting a little bit of screen tearing going on, I'm not really sure why. Something strange that is happening, I mean that's dancing around quite a bit, which I kind of expect. But no, the strange thing is, for some reason, one of these is on. I'm not really sure why it's on. It's filled itself up with fuel, and it's on. I never switched it on before I saved and exited the game, and yeah, so basically we've been given a free tank of fuel, which, you know, I suppose I shouldn't really complain about. We can be quite happy with that. Now, what I want to do is I want to see if I can balance all of this stuff up on top of the pickup, and if I can, we are then going to try and get it all out to Pine Valley before it falls off. So what we got to do is I just got to very quickly grab that one and chuck it up on top of the load, and then get in. If I can do this. Right, let's put that one down. We get the cable. The cable's got to go in. And then we grab that one. Up like that. Quick, 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 quick. Get in, get in, get in. Has it locked? I'll soon find out. You've got to press C, and then you got to... So you're outside of the cab, and then you... Nope. Okay, that's not quite what I was hoping for. Although, it might... It's done it! It's actually held it in place. I mean, I don't think I'm actually going to get anywhere. I think that this is going to end really, really badly if I climb out now. Yeah, there we go. Told you it was going to end badly. That was brilliant. I honestly did not expect that to happen. Right, so if we just grab this one a minute and we'll try putting that back up on top of there. Ooh, it's held in. It's held in. We're making progress. All we got to do is to get this one to balance. I'm going to chuck this one from the back. If I can go like this and go up and on. Nope, nope. That actually was balancing fairly well. Up and forward and there. It can stay on the top like that. And we can get in and it won't move. As long as you can get into the pickup, it won't move. Although I'm not sure that we're actually going to get out of here. It's going to be our next bit. Is it going to fit? Ooh, did you see that? That was so close. Right, I'm not getting out of the pickup because otherwise stuff will move again. It's all locked. In the last episode, somebody did point out that I have that wavetable over there, and I went and bought this one. The reason is that was the first wavetable we bought right back at like episode 2 or 3 or something like that. And that one was before they did a major update on the wavetable. And what they did for the update was they rebuilt the model from the ground up. And if you have the old one, what you need to do is you need to get rid of it and you need to get a new one. So we've kept the old one, and that is that one over there. That is the old bugged one. Now, I don't know if a future update has since updated and made it workable. Quite frankly, I don't want to know. That is staying there as a kind of monument to the past, that one is. So what we're going to do now is we're going to take this lot out to Pine Valley. Hopefully, we can get out there without any serious incidents. Oh, no! No! No, you're supposed to be locked in place. Oh! It has betrayed me. I thought that it would lock in place. It was so close. Right, let's try this again. It's supposed to stay in place. Let me get in again and we'll see if it's done it this time. Right, that's looking a little more promising because it's actually above the like the deck of the pickup. Yes. And we're testing it. We're testing it. It seems good. It's good. We've got stickiness. We have definitely got stickiness. So we're going to just drift in round there and crash horribly. I'm pretty certain that's locked in place now. I'm going to go out on a limb here and I'm going to say that that is safely locked in place and we're not going to get any movement. So let me just slowly travel down through here and on we go. Right. So the plan is today that we are going to try and get as much stuff as we can out to Pine Valley, and then we're going to start putting everything together. That is going to be our new claim that we're going to work. We're not going to be spending so much time at Old Arnold or Two Rivers. We're going to be, is it River Valley? River Town, Two Rivers, I don't know. River something. But yes, it's Pine Valley that we want to go to, because this is apparently the wealthiest claim of them all. And we are soon going to be having the drill come out as well. I've seen a preview shot of the drill working on the Facebook page, and it looks pretty cool. It does look pretty cool. Basically, the ground, when you're in there, you get this visual overlay of the claim that like divides it all up into squares, and you can go and drill and test each square. I don't know what information it gives you after you've done your drilling and your testing, but it does look good. So I'm quite looking forward to being able to see that all in action, and I would like to have the claim set up before then. I'm guessing we're not going to get that update before Christmas, although I don't know. I haven't actually looked for a few days, so there may have been another announcement since then, but my guess is that they're working on it and we'll get it shortly after Christmas, not before. However, you never know. We may get it before Christmas. We'll have to sort of wait and see. When do we have an episode around Christmas? I'm not actually planning to change my upload schedule at all across the Christmas break. I'll be working extra hard this week before Christmas to get a whole load of videos done in advance so that I can upload them over Christmas and I can have a few days off with my family. So we've got... just trying to think. Christmas is on a Monday today, so we'll actually have a episode of this on Tuesday, on Boxing Day. So we may be able to see the update on the Tuesday. I don't know. It depends when it comes out. It might have to be after that. We'll have to see. Now then, what do I do with this lot? I suppose I could put it neat and tidy up in that shed, but I don't really want to be honest. I don't really want to keep everything neat and tidy up there. I kind of like the idea of just sort of sticking it in a huge, great big heap on the ground down here at the moment. And then we can do neat and tidy later on. We can come back and we can do neat and tidy much later. But right now, I kind of like the idea of just having it in this huge, great big mess. However, thinking about this, especially now that I'm throwing it all over the place with the pickup, are we going to want to be coming through here with the excavator to put stuff in place? I think we are. I think I'm going to regret sticking all that stuff there. I think we ought to put it up in the shed neat and tidy. I said all along we should be putting it in the shed neat and tidy. I don't know why you never listen to me. Never ever listen, do you? So we want to put it up in here like this. This is how it needs to be. Don't argue with me. Just do it. Right, let's bring that in here. And yes, Frithgar is quite capable of having an argument with himself. And losing. Did you notice that? Yeah. Okay, I'm just going to move on from there. Let me get this lot unloaded, and then we got to go back to town, and we're going to make a couple of purchases. I'm getting quite good at this. You jump, you grab, like that, jump and throw, jump back in, and... Oh, I've actually got all of it out already. Okay, I'm getting really good at this. Okay, so we've got that bit out there, which means we can leap back in here, and we can head back into town. The plan is... I think we've got just about everything that we're going to need. So what we want now is, I've got $397,000, so it's probably enough to get our short shopping list. We're going to leave the excavator at Old Arnold. I don't want to move that one, but what we are going to get is, so we're going to get a new large excavator. We're not going to worry about a small excavator. That wasn't quite part of the master plan. We're going to get a large excavator. We've got the bulldozer out here. We'll keep that one. We've got a pickup, a dumper out here, so we can keep that one here. I will get a wheel loader in the hope that the wheel loader has been slightly tweaked and it's just our version of it that's not working very well. I'm going to go down there a minute and see if there's any way across the river as a shortcut. I don't think there is, but it's always worth a look. You never know. We may find something useful. Nope. Definitely no shortcuts. I would very much like to be able to go across the river, because there's the town right there. I can see the shop. Look. I can see it from here. I can actually walk out on the dock. That's fantastic. Okay, I wasn't expecting that. I can't get in the boats, so we can't steal a boat and get across the lake. But there is the shop. It's that one right there. It's so close, yet so far. Story of my life. Right. Nope, I can't go up there either. Doesn't look like you can actually visit people. It's a bit of a shame you can't visit people. There was some other stuff about updates coming as well. There's some other things that are coming. I'm not really sure what it was, but something about, I don't know, was it a hotel or something like that? I really have no idea. But yeah, I will obviously, as soon as I can, once the update has come out, I will be showing you what we've got and what toys we've got. But in the meantime, yeah, we want a wheel loader out at this claim, and we're going to get a new one so that we can test and see if the wheel loader that we currently have is just a bugged, nasty version, and we have a new updated version available, or if all of the wheel loaders are like that. I'm really hoping that the former is true rather than the latter. My driving is not really great, is it? Leaves a little bit to be desired at times. Although I'm blaming the truck. I think that this truck is a little bit light on the wheels. I think we could do with a little bit more weight on the truck to sort of hold the thing down. I think it would give better response. However, I'm not really much of a petrol head, so I've probably got that completely wrong. There's probably some other thing that is causing us to drift so much around the corners, and me not really being much of a racer or anything, don't really know what I'm supposed to be looking for in that. I'm like I've said many times before, I'm used to driving vehicles slowly. Well, I got stuck, so I'm just going to go there and I'm going to reset that one. See what it does. Where's it reset it to? Back. What? Where am I? It's reset it onto the map, but it's removed all of the trees and stuff, hasn't it? What has it done? Okay, I'm scared. Where am I? What's going on? Well, I can't get through there. That's definitely the bridge, but... Okay, that is very weird. That is very, very weird. What is going on here? We're in the same place. Oh, this is brilliant. All right, let's go into town and let's see if there's any other changes. This is kind of wild. This is everything is like vanished, and it makes it look really strange. It's like reading a Stephen King book. This is. There's one Stephen King book in particular that. What happened there? This is getting weird. Basically, these people are on a plane and they fall asleep and they wake up and suddenly there's nobody else around, and they go to this airport and there's nobody there, and it turns out that they've sort of gone slightly backwards in time, and it kind of the descriptions make it sound like this. You know, it's just like a dead world that doesn't exist. And I mean, it's an absolutely fascinating book. I can't for the life of me remember what it's called. It's a short story. So yeah, if you do read Stephen King books, I highly recommend you read that one, because it is very spooky and it's weird, right? It's, you know, Stephen King has got that he's got a very unique style about him, and a lot of people really don't like his style, but there are obviously a lot of people that do really like his style. This book is definitely Stephen King's style, but it's very, very strange. It's a really weird story, it really is. But I still highly recommend it, I really do. Right, so we want a front end loader, one of those, and we also want a, how much was this one? I think this one over here was like, well, the big excavator, we want to get one of those, so we'll buy that one. And then this bad boy over here, this one is $150,000. We're not buying one of those, we don't need one. But we are going to get one of these for $120,000, and we're going to get one of those for only $15,000. Cheap at half the price. And then we want one of those at $22,000. And a lot of people keep saying I should try two of these because of the other sluice thingy. So maybe I will at some point. I'm not going to do it at the moment. One of those. And one of those. You just got to go along and you've got to add one of everything that you can see. So we take one of those and add it in, and then I want to get that one there. Yep. And then there's, no, I've already got that one. I do need one of these, an ST sluice box. Then nope, there's nothing here. We do need this one. This is kind of important one, this is. It's another 13 grand, so we add that one into the list, and then we need the trommel right here, $21,000. Excellent, and that's all of it. I mean, I do want to get these two, but I'm not actually sure if we can afford them at the moment, because it looks like our shopping bill is getting quite pricey. I'm also curious how much this one's going to be. I reckon that's going to be a good 100,000 or so. So let's go into here. $363,700. Which leaves us with 34 grand. That is a huge chunk of money. That is an absolutely huge... I really hope that this other front-end loader was worth it. I really do. I can't afford that one now, and I can afford that one, though. I could get that one, so let's order this one. There we go, we can add that one in. I want to get this one. In order to do that, I need to sleep the night. And then in order to sleep the night, I need to go to a claim and sleep the night, and then we can come back, and then we can order, and we'll worry about that afterwards. We can get the other stuff set up first. So let me just go and buy that one there. And now I need to go into this one, and I need to move everything from storage into, yeah, Pine Valley, actually. $14,500 to move all of this stuff. You know, I think these guys are making the most of it. I think these guys are just kind of... They seem to be making the most of the fact that they have an absolute monopoly on this, right? That they own the monopoly on this. 100% they own all the monopoly on transporting machinery in this part of Alaska. And quite frankly, I think that they are milking the situation a little. Is how I could politely put it. They are definitely milking the situation a little. I think this vehicle here has seen better days. I really do. I would very much like to take this vehicle and put it into my workshop in Car Mechanic Simulator and see if I can't repair it. And by the way, if any of you watching have the Car Mechanic Simulator, have the game Car Mechanic Simulator, I'm going to do this walking backwards because the gold is going up. I want to get a little bit of gold. Just a little bit, just to make sure I got enough to last the day. But yeah, if any of you have the game Car Mechanic Simulator 2018, the newest version, go and check out my video from a couple days ago. I've actually pinned it on the top of the page for YouTube. I'm giving away the latest DLC, the Plymouth DLC. It's got a few extra cars and stuff added into the game. It's a really good little DLC. I'm giving away a free copy on Steam, so you need to have the game on Steam. You must have the base game. I'm not giving away the base game. I'm giving away just the DLC, which is an extra one given to me by the good, friendly folks at Playway, the ones that made the producers, the publishers of the game. Same guys that are involved with this game as well. These are also Playway who publish this game. Not the devs, the publishers. So, yeah, I've got that copy of the DLC. If you would like to win a version of... if you would like to win that copy, then you need to go to that video and you need to give me your best Christmas cracker joke that somehow involves cars or garages. It must be to do with cars or garages, considering that that is Car Mechanic Simulator. So anyway, there's my little plug. Let's go and sell... Well, we're going to smelt this little bit of gold. We don't have very much. Just going to melt that little bit there. There we go. We've got 4 ounces. 4 ounces, not very much. I really want to get the 999 ounce bar of gold. That is on my to-do list. I would really like to do that. But we're just going to run this one over to the bank and we're going to sell it so that we have enough money to see us through the night, and then we'll sell a little bit more. So I think that we might just nip out to Old Arnold and sleep there, as it's really close, and then we can come back and we can smelt a little bit more gold, and that will keep us going for a day or two, and everything should be tickety-boo. Not actually sure where that went. Oh, there it is. I was carrying it along, and I just thought, you know what? I don't actually need to carry this, and so I just chucked it. Just threw 4 ounces of gold into the street. If you want it, bank, you can go and get it. So there we go. We've got another $4,916. Sell that. We can't sell that one, our 300 ounce bar, even though it is an epic failure at 299.99. It's just laughing at us. The whole time, it is just laughing at us with our failure. Yeah, we're still keeping it, though. We're going to remind ourselves to be ever vigilant when we are dealing with that blacksmith, because that was all in the small print. We definitely had enough, and then in the small print, he stiffed us on the last little bit, and I shall never trust the bloke again. I really won't. I absolutely will not trust that bloke ever again. Let's go to Old Arnold and just have one last little look around, and we'll go to sleep. I'm also seriously considering selling the wheel loader from out there, but we're first going to test the one in the new claim. Before we go selling any other wheel loaders, we're going to test the new one. Not sure that's quite the way that I'm supposed to be facing when I'm driving. Perhaps we should try forwards. Okay, I came through the gate, and now I seem to have gotten stuck, and it doesn't seem to be working very well. Oh, there we go. I'm not really sure what happened there. It seemed to get stuck on something, and I've no idea what it was. Anyway, just before I do anything serious in here, I would just like to try having a little bit of a blast around and see if we can do any decent jumps. But I kind of need to get it lined up somewhere. I reckon if I can sort of back up down through here, and I can launch myself off of that bit right there. We're going to have to time this right. We're going to have to get our vehicle moving in just the right direction. And then I'm also going to load up a whole load of these buckets, because I figure that if we're going to be working out at Pine Valley, we're not going to really need the buckets over here, so we can take them with us. And right, that was weak. That was just weak. We need to find somewhere that we can get a decent run up. I think really that in order to be able to get a proper decent run up, we're going to need to be going to a different claim, and we're going to need to do it elsewhere. We're not going to get the run up that we need to get some decent airtime. Is not going to happen here. No, that's just not happening, is it? Alright, so we'll forget about that idea. We do want a load of buckets, and I was just thinking that we could get a load of buckets with water in them, but I'm not actually going to worry about that. We can deal with that when we get down to the claim. So all we want at the moment is a load of buckets from down here, and I realise that we haven't done very much digging for the last few days, and I did say that I want to do lots and lots of digging every day, and turn on your diff lock. I don't think that's going to make much difference. Ooh, or is it? Maybe it will. It does seem to be pulling us round a bit. I'm going to be amazed if we can get off of here with the diff lock. Just the diff lock. It's going to do it! It's just got to slide up a little bit. I mean, yes, the back of the pickup is now completely grounded, which is never a good situation to be in. Yeah, I don't think that's gonna do very much, is it? That's proper stuck. That is. Go on, you can do this. If the front wheels will pull, we can pull it off of this that little hump here. It's slowly sliding round. I think it's gonna do it. I think we're gonna get unstuck. Go on, go. I want to do this without having to use the. Right. Well, turning the diff lock off didn't work, but putting the diff lock back on. I mean, it is sliding around a bit. It's churning. It's actually churned up some mud there. Did you see the dirt sort of get kicked up? That was actually pretty good. Sliding. It is moving. It's going to do it. I got this feeling that we are going to do this. I seem to spend an awful lot of time at the moment just kind of wedged up against something, inching forward slowly, little tiny bit by little tiny bit. Like I did with... getting the dumper out of the claims. We did do it eventually. It just took us a little while. That was all. Right, let's back up to there. I reckon about there would be good. Let's just stop there. Let's get some of these buckets loaded up. I'm going to open up the back there. These are all empty. So yeah, you can never have too many buckets. Never ever have too many buckets. The unfortunate thing is these buckets now cost $5 each. When I bought them all, they cost $20 each. And then after I bought them, then they went and put the price down. I felt that I was cheated there a bit. That seemed distinctly unfair to me. It really did. Well, sometimes you can throw things a little bit too enthusiastically. That's magnetite, isn't it? That can stay there. Yeah, sometimes my throwing gets a little bit too enthusiastic. I'm just supposed to do it like... Well, not quite like that. Let's, like that. No, not quite like that either. Somewhere in between, you know, the moderate throw rather than the really extreme one. Perhaps if I do it without jumping. Although it was working well with jumping, and then suddenly it decided it didn't like it. So there we go. We can put that one in there, and I'll jump back in this one and switch it off. Jump out again, and yeah, I'm getting very frantic here, aren't I? I'm running around. So what we need is, you know, I'm thinking that I should take that one with me. We could use that. That would be very useful, and we'll stop and we'll fill it up over on that tank over there on the way. Yes, we want to go and sleep until dawn. Now, we've got $8,000. We've now got $2,000 and 45 ounces of gold. We gathered 50 ounces of gold in total and 7,000. So we've got to go now back into town, and we've got to fill back. Give me that. Give me that. And I'm going to take you with me. I want this hose pipe with me. It's actually got a filter on it, so I don't think I need that one. Let me grab this one over here, because I got two filters in the other place. So I might be glad of the odd filter here. put that in there. There we go. And leap back in, slide across. Start up, and then H for headlight, is it? No, L for lights. Yeah, L for lights on this one. You can never be quite sure. I play so many different games, and some of them are H for headlights, some of them are L for lights, and some of them are F for illumination. Well, I don't actually know why it's F. I've no idea why F is in Farming Simulator. It makes no sense to me, unless like the word in German for illumination is fillumination or something like that. Well, obviously it's not that, but yeah, maybe that's why. Maybe it's something to do with that, because I believe that the people that make Farming Simulator are actually German. So if we take this one, we're just going to go and top this one up over in our other claim, and I just knock the magnetite bucket over. It'll be fine. It'll be absolutely fine. So we can run down through here. We will top this up with fuel, and we can run this out to the other claim. Before we do that, we're going to stop at the blacksmith, and we are going to cash in with our gold. And stop right there. So yes, basically what you need to do is you need to get a stamped self-addressed envelope, and you need to stuff it and put that inside another envelope, and inside that you need to put all of your gold, and then on the outside you need to address it to cash my gold. And that's how it works. It's kind of much the same as the blacksmith. Some of you will have no clue what I've just said, and like literally no clue what I've just said. It's a thing in the UK that was, well, it used to be. I don't know if it still is, because I don't actually watch TV, so I've no idea if it's still happening. But yeah, basically they used to, the adverts would come on and say, "Did you know that your gold jewelry could be worth money?" And surprisingly, some people didn't seem to be aware of this. The fact that their gold might be worth money. And so then you would have all these people who, yeah, apparently, you know, I'll tell you what, we can put a little bit of fuel into this one as well. Let's just open that one there. So you would have this advert would come on, and it would say, if you put your gold jewelry into an envelope and you address it to cash my gold and then stick it in the post, we'll give you money for your gold. And yeah, apparently some dishonest people sort of cottoned on to this idea, and so then they would just sort of look at the mail, and if you know, mail was going through that had "cash my gold" printed, scrawled right across the front of it, it would be a little bit of a clue that there might be something inside that'd be worth hanging on to. I don't know what changed on that, and you know, whether there was any convictions or anything like that, but I did hear that there was a few incidents with the gold being stolen. But yeah, it just seemed so bizarre that these adverts suddenly started going on, suggesting that people might not be aware that gold was worth money. And did you know that your gold jewelry might be worth money? And if you stick it in an envelope and post it to us, we might let you have some of it. The money, that is. I'm pretty certain that they weren't giving you a very good deal. You wouldn't be spending masses and masses of money on an advertising campaign if you weren't going to be making piles of money. So yeah, there you have it. That was their gold mining technique, was to basically just tell people that their gold might be worth money, but only if you stuck it in an envelope and you posted it to them. So every now and then you will hear on different programs, and I hear the odd reference to it on the radio, about sticking gold in an envelope marked "cash my gold," and that's where it all originated from. And that was my bizarre reference. But I don't know if anybody has sort of heard of anything like this outside of the UK. Is there anything like that in the US? If you had like a load of adverts going on in the US where they've tried to suggest that you might not know that gold is worth money and that you could actually profit from it? I would love to hear your stories about that. I really would, because I found these absolutely hilarious. I thought they were brilliant. Right, if we just stop here a moment. Squeal to a halt right there. I'm just going to stop that one, and I'm going to switch it off a minute, and we're going to go trotting up the road to the blacksmith, and then we're going to sell, well, we're going to smelt the 47 ounces of gold, and we're going to run those over to the bank, and we're going to sell them. That should keep us going with cash just for a little while. We need $70,000 in order to be able to buy the big generator, so we're only going to buy that one if we've got loads of extra. So I need to go into here, and then we want to sell all of it. 47.5 ounces of gold. We're going to lose 4.2. So in theory, we should be left with 43.2 ounces of gold or thereabouts. Melt the gold. How much have we got? 43.2? 43.2. So why did he steal that little bit from me? I really feel that I've been hard done by there. Right, I'm going to chuck that down there. There we go. I've chucked it. And we're going to take a little walk to the bank, and we're going to sell that bit of gold. If I face this way, the money keeps going, and, well, the gold keeps going, and the money is counting down. It's like going back in time. We're now back from before I was born, 1970s, and then we're going into the 60s, and, yeah, it just gets worse and worse, doesn't it? Let's go, how much is the stock these days? How much can we get? $1,224 an ounce. That's not bad, actually. So we get, not quite what we were hoping for, is it? 53,000. So we don't have enough to buy the big generator, which means that we'll have to do that another day. But we do have enough to keep our workers gainfully employed, and they can keep earning us piles and piles of more money, which means that we'll worry about getting the generator after we've got everything else set up on the claim. I'm not going to actually start doing anything until we've got the generator up there, but by that time, we'll be able to sort of spend a couple of nights and do a little bit more, and yeah, then we'll have loads of cash then. So we got a load of buckets, that's the important bit, and we've got some fuel to just sort of top up the machines that we're buying and stuff like that. I think we've got everything we need now. We just need to start putting it all in place. We've got the ropes as well, ready for the big excavator. And we can also test out the driving Frithgar, which is poor, to say the least. We can also test out the, what's it called? Wheel loader. Wheel loader, that's the one that I want to test. Quite looking forward to testing that one, actually, because a lot of people have been telling me that it works really, really well. So it might just be my one that I had, like an earlier version of it. Please don't say I'm stuck. I am actually wedged tight on here. This is just... Oh, no, I'm not. I needed the diff lock. All right, let's try this again and see if we can actually make it to the claim. Although we're going to actually get to the claim in next episode, not this episode, because we are going to be going. So if you enjoyed this episode, then please head down below and give us a like. And if you really enjoyed it, then please tell your friends all about me. Get them to come and watch as well. That would be awesome. But until next time, thank you very much for watching. This is Frithgar. Goodbye, and see you later.